Okay, before I get started, I'd like to introduce two people. I should have done this on Saturday, but my two lifelong friends, we played elementary school, high school basketball together, and then one of them was my point guard in high school, but we've been friends since I was probably 8 or 9 years old. And if you'll just raise your hand, John Carey, my point guard, and Bill Foley, guy who beat me out in the sixth grade for a starting job. I still talk to him, though. This has been quite a 72 hours playing Wake Forest on Saturday. All we could do was walk through. We could go through the mental part of preparing for Duke, but there was no way we could do the physical because of how much energy we expelled on Saturday. The guys did a great job. They really understood the game plan. They understood that Duke had changed their defensive strategies. We knew they could play man. We knew they could play a 2-3 zone, a 1-3-1, a 3-2, combinations, press us, three-quarter court. And in a very short period of time, we were able to communicate to the guys, and they absorbed it, interpreted it, and then executed it tonight. I thought our defense was terrific from start to finish. Didn't rebound quite as well as I expected, but our defense was great. But what was the whole key to the game offensively, we had 24 assists and 7 turnovers. That was fantastic. Angel had 11 assists himself, and Jaquan had 5. So those 2 point guards playing a lot together, getting everybody involved, leads to a team victory. And I told the team before the game, listen, this is not about the individual matchup. You all have individual matchups that are very, very challenging. But this is about the team. It's not about the name on the back of the jersey. It's about the name on the front of the jersey. This is Miami versus Duke, and I thought our guys really played as a team, high energy, lots of enthusiasm. The crowd was great, and I want to thank our students who overslept on Saturday and missed the 12 o'clock start, but were here in large, large numbers. I'm inviting them back for our next home game because they make a huge difference in the atmosphere in the arena. They really help us.
Can you talk about what a difference Angel makes when he plays like he was playing tonight? He seems to really thrive on the big games and the big moments.
Yeah, I think I've seen it over the last, here's what happened in my mind. When we opened up conference play, we played against teams that are a little more conservative, Virginia, Clemson. Those teams, the game is a little slower. It's not as fast. Like today and on Saturday, you play Wake Forest or Duke, it gets up and down. And Angel and our entire team is much better when we're able to get into the open court and make plays. It's not run an offense. It's play together. Find the open man and score, whether you're using a ball screen to beat your man and find an open man or against their zone. We did so well midway through the first half is get it into the middle of the zone and then kick it out or shoot it. And very, very proud of the guys. And I thought Angel was sensational tonight.
Jim, Coach K went on and on about physicality, and your team through the season to this point, I don't think a lot of people would classify it as a physical team, but tonight it was. Is that something that you've been working on? Or?
Who have you been talking to that said we're not physical?
Well, I mean, maybe it's
I think, Angel, are we physical? We're in the weight room a lot. We lift. We're strong. Now, the difference, and I think, I can't speak for Coach K, but in my mind, the term we use is level off the dribbler. In other words, we're not going to let him turn the corner and go directly toward the rim. And our guys are quick enough laterally, and we work on it every single day to teach our guys how to guard a dribbler. Now, what Duke does incredibly well, maybe better than any team I've seen this year for sure, is straight line drive. And that's the hardest thing to guard, where a guy just is going hard. But we're entitled to our position. They describe it as cylinders, that this is your cylinder and this is his cylinder, and you can't invade the other guy's cylinder. So if they're making the contact and we're just bracing ourselves like you would anytime someone bumps into you and you don't want to fall back, if they invade your cylinder, hold your ground. These guys are very strong, so it becomes a physical game. We're not getting out of their way, all right? We're not going to give them the layup unless they beat us, and we're not between them and the basket.
Jim, what does it mean to beat Duke? I mean, it's still, even though you're ranked ahead of them, but what does it mean to beat Duke?
I know you guys don't believe this, but I'm telling you, to me, in the ACC, you have 17 very good teams you got to battle. You got 15 teams. You got to battle in 18 games you got to play. And every game counts as one. You beat Duke, that counts as one. We beat Wake Forest, that counts as one. We lose to Virginia, that counts as one. At the end of the year, when all of the regular season is over, then you can determine how good you were. Because you win one game and then lose to somebody else, it's a 1-1. We like when we win.
Coach, as great as Angel and Sheldon's numbers were.
Hey, Tim. What?
For as good as Angel's numbers were and Sheldon's numbers were, how big were Tanya's 2 assists late?
Ask these guys, how cool were his assists late? Tanya? Who? Our playmaker.
Your new point guard.
First of all, Tanya is an excellent passer out of the post and high. Those were beautiful because they hit the receiver in rhythm for a layup, and they were very strong finishes. Jaquan finished right at the rim. Davon had to reverse it. A lot more difficult shot, but he made it, and Tanya gets all the credit. But the credit he really deserves, and these guys know, Marshall Plumlee gets so many dunks in games because when you help up, they throw it to him and bam, he bangs it. Tanya did not let them get that kind of basket. He is such a smart defender. In my mind, he's the most fundamentally sound big man, both guarding ball screens, down screens, playing a big man in the low post. He doesn't foul. He rebounds. I don't know how many rebounds. He didn't have as many. We didn't rebound as well tonight. I think we were.
He had 10.
He had 10?
Yeah, 6 offensive.
So he's doing a great job, and his passes were, I would say, very timely.
Coach K just sat right there, I think 3 times, said you guys are one of the best teams in the country. Would you agree with that?
I'll let you know at the end of the year. I think there's a lot of good teams. I don't know. We don't play everybody. I watch games. I've seen Oklahoma. I've seen Michigan State. I've seen Kansas. I've watched everybody in our league numerous times. But I think we have a good team. I don't think we're a fluke by any means. I don't think tonight was some big upset. Like when we played them a few years ago, actually, my first year when we beat them at Duke, that was kind of a surprise to everybody. But tonight, I mean, we've been ranked in the top 15 teams in the country for how long, Amy? A month? More than a month. So if you're a top 20 type team, top 15 type team, you should expect to win no matter who you play. I want to listen to Angel and Sheldon give their analysis.